Big Times Becky Lynch challenges 24/7 championship and loses? Hot Pants Rhea Ripley is challenging Bianca Belair, Lacey Evans is back with her new motivational speaker gimmick, and we might get Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell, this is DS and this is Women's Wrestling Weekly. I know that this is not our regular posting schedule, but we just posted our Hell in a Cell review this week, and I'll be actually working Monday night for my full-time job. So here you go, here's our weekly review, starting with Raw, because we're gonna start with the segment that everyone's buzzing about. Yes, Becky Lynch, the man, the big times, the WrestleMania main eventer, has challenged Dana Brooke for the 24/7 championship. It's not a drill. Yes, we got Becky Lynch versus Dana Brooke, a singles match, and during this match that we all assumed will be a squash, 24/7 Motley Crue runs in where we see Dana pin Tozawa to retrieve her gold, and then Becky officially challenges Dana Brooke, saying nobody is going to win the title except for her in her matches. And during this championship match, Asuka comes in to interfere, giving our 24/7 champion Dana Brooke the opportunity to hit some of her signature moves that looked really great here. Then Asuka helps Dana to pin Becky Lynch by holding down one of her legs, and yes, Dana Brooke has defeated Becky Lynch. So what do I think of this? I honestly loved it. I did. I know a lot of you really hated it, and I get it, I totally get it, but I thought it was fresh and it progressed Becky Lynch's character, so I really kind of enjoyed it. The fact that Becky Lynch is so desperate for gold that she challenged for 24/7 championship but couldn't even win that was such a great story told. And it also progressed her non-title feud with Asuka, which I love because it's about time that we have some more women's non-title feuds, and top stars like Becky Lynch and Asuka, I'm so in. And also, this lose won't really affect Becky's star power, but I feel like this could mean huge for Dana Brooke and 24/7 championship. So overall, I really loved it. Stratisfying. We also saw the icon, the legend, the Divas champion Maurice return to talk about Miz's ginormous balls. And I promise you, I'm not drunk. This all happened.
My husband has the gigantic balls!
And it was the most pleasant moment. By the way, Maurice looked like a freaking goddess here. And before the main event Fatal 4-Way #1 contendership, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Doudrop, we saw Hot Pants Rhea Ripley, yes, they're staying, and the Judgment Day, now with Finn Balor, turn on their leader Edge. I love the scene of Finn Balor just gagging Edge, and this better lead to Rhea Ripley's dream match, Beth Phoenix versus Rhea Ripley. Heck, throw in Bianca, that's her dream match too. This main event was really fun, some great action, but I think what was really noteworthy here was surprisingly great chemistry and teamwork between Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss. The DDT was really cute, the outside assist was also great, and I even love when they did their classic diva spot, the tumbleweed roll-up situation. That was really cute, and they had no reason to go that fast, but it was really, really fun. We of course got our mandatory Tower of Doom spot, and at the end, Rhea Ripley hits Riptide on Doudrop, booking her match against Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship and Money in the Bank. We're getting a rerun of NXT TakeOver Portland 2020 match, but they're both all grown to be top superstars of WWE. I'm so excited. Also, Judgment Day helping Rhea out. This will be a great challenge for Bianca Belair. Stratisfying. On NXT, we got Women's Breakout Tournament Finals, Tiffany Stratton versus Roxanne Perez, and this match did not disappoint. Both of them came prepared to deliver a classic. They had some chain wrestling in the beginning, which led to Tiffany focusing her attack on Roxanne's arms. I also love that Tiffany's so extra that she did moonsault on Roxanne's arm. That was a lot. And Roxanne did so well to sell her injury. When she fell during her moonsault, she got me there for a second. She's such a good underdog. Both of them were just so athletic in this match. The outside dive, the powerbomb from Tiffany, and the moonsault, and at the end, Roxanne's beautiful pop rocks for the win. Spectacular action, great storytelling, and I think it was the right winner too, so I'm very satisfied. After the match, Mandy Rose, the Toxic Attraction, interrupts Roxanne with the contract to challenge NXT Women's Championship. Celebrating with her best friend Cora Jade, Mandy warns that it will be all downhill if she ever even think about challenging Mandy Rose. Roll starts there, and then Indy Hartwell comes in to even the odd with the Toxic Attraction, helping out Roxanne and Cora. One more match we saw was Alba Fire versus Tatum Paxley. Tatum quite bravely challenged Alba for a match at TakeOver, but at this point I'm convinced that her gimmick is just being constant disappointment because she didn't even really get to do much against Alba. At the end, Alba goes on top for her swanton finish, but Paxley like rolls away before she can launch. But after just a shrug, Alba Fire hits Swanton anyway for the pin victory in less than 3 minutes. And post-match, Lash Legends jumps Alba Fire, seemingly indicating that this will be Alba's first real feud as this character. This was good.
Good. Not bad.
But I was ready for some real feud for Alba. I am, though, a little worried for Lash because after losing to Nikita, is she gonna lose again to Alba? Because I don't honestly see her coming out of this victorious. She gotta win something. Let's go to AEW Dynamite, and yes, our AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa is on TV, and she issues an open challenge, and it's none other than the MMA 4-horsewoman Marina Shafir. The Problem is her nickname, who answers the challenge asking Rosa to solve her problem. I love her MMA gimmick and her sticking to the Problem nickname, but what's up with her blouse barn top she's wearing to challenge Thunder Rosa and the classic music she chose as her entrance music? What is going on here? I think AEW really needs some brand manager, because even with Athena, the fallen goddess, saying that let me keep it 100.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
And then the lace gear, like there's some wrestlers that need some branding help. Anyway, we saw AEW Women's Championship match then, Thunder Rosa versus Marina Shafir, which was a good match. Marina surprisingly posed a big threat to Thunder Rosa, and it was good to see Thunder in a competitive championship defense on a weekly TV. Although I do have my reservations because Marina Shafir's style was like very similar to what Serena was. A lot of submission moves, joint manipulation, basically adding some MMA strikes to that. So this match ultimately was just kind of a less built, less intense version of Thunder's recent championship defense, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. At the end of the 8-minute match, we saw Thunder Rosa reverse Marina Shafir, roll her up for the win, and in an AEW classic way, post-match beatdown, we have Marina Shafir attack Thunder Rosa, and Toni Storm, a random face from backstage, come out for the save, but she teases the tension holding up the title. This match was fun.
Good. Not bad.
I did wish this match was used to build the champion a little more. I honestly don't know why they're not booking Thunder Rosa to be super strong, but I do love the prospect of Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm match. I also want to mention from last week's episode, Toni Storm is slowly coming back. I've been complaining about how she's been kind of off here and there, and her intensity's not there, but last week's tag team match, when she teamed up with Ruby Soho, go against Britt Baker and Jamie, she really freaking brought it, all the moves that she had it, she hit it with the intensity, she was on point, she's finally ready, her engine's on, she's ready to sprint here at AEW, and I'm so excited to be in this roller coaster, because Toni, I'm rooting for you! Impact Wrestling surprisingly only had one knockout section, Rosemary versus Tennille Dashwood in a singles match, supposedly to build towards the Slammiversary Tag Team Championship, but Rosemary's partner Havoc has apparently been MIA since losing in a shocking manner to Masha Slamovich. This was more of a regular expected match between Tennille and Rosemary. Tennille, as always, is very good at her heel tactics, and Rosemary is solid, and she picks up the win from Tennille with the roll-up. A pretty interesting looking one. Post-match beatdown from the Influence, and Taya Valkyrie runs in for a save, double spearing the Influence. Obviously, the two have rich history in Impact Wrestling, and with the crowd chanting "Hug It Out," it seems like they will be teaming up to go against Tennille Dashwood and Madison Rayne at Slammiversary. The match was good. It built towards Slammiversary, which was great.
Good. Not bad.
But it does make me sad to think that Knockout's tag division was once flourishing, even just a year ago, with numerous strong teams. We all expected the division to get even stronger with the inspiration joining the company, but unfortunately, as we all know, that did not happen. Maybe they put too much eggs in one basket? So I think it's time for them to slowly rebuild the division. Backstage, we saw the Knockout champion Tasha complain to Deonna Purrazzo as Deonna didn't help take care of Mia last week. Seems like this heel alliance had broken up before Slammiversary. But as Tasha and Savannah leave Deonna, Chelsea Green comes in to tease a partnership with Deonna. The Queen of Mountain match seems like there's a lot of complicated rules. There's like timeouts, you have to pin and submit, you also need ladders. But at the same time, that means there's a lot of opportunity for strategy and good storytelling. So I'm glad that Impact is putting seeds leading into this big match. We also learned that Mickie James will be the special guest enforcer for this match. So Tasha, Deonna, and Chelsea better be shaking in their boots. AEW Rampage time, we saw a backstage interview from Britt Baker, and she's so good on the mic.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Toni Storm, dumbass.
She came for Toni Storm for teasing a match with Thunder Rosa holding the belt. I personally want Britt to do more of a non-title feud, but it seemed like she might be getting injected into Toni Storm Thunder Rosa feud. I mean, I guess they need a heel in there. As the extension of the Baddies versus Athena Anna Statlander feud, we got another Red Velvet versus Chris Statlander, and this match was so good. Red Velvet and Statlander just had mad chemistry, and this match was just so explosive from the get-go. Red Velvet tries to attack Statlander, who was entering the ring, but Statlander just destroys Velvet from the start, gorilla pressing her onto the apron. She was a pure menace. She also carries Red Velvet all the way up the stairs and just throws her, slams her down to the mat. Another spot that was awesome when they started exchanging roll-ups, Statlander turns that into a huge German. I guessed so hard for that. Red Velvet was also so lethal in this match. Loved all her flashy moves. Her facial was on point, and Statlander picks up the win in a 9-minute match with a huge Friday Night Fever. I am so satisfied. This match was so damn good. Give Statlander a damn title, because she's literally giving everyone their best matches. She's a superstar. She's a freaking alien. She blows my mind every time she's in the ring. I love her so much. Post-match, Baddies attack Statlander, and NJ and Athena come in for a save. Well, Athena got blocked by officials for some reason. Speaking of Athena, I want to briefly talk about her debut match against Kiera last week. I usually love Kiera, but she was not helping Athena in this match. Chemistry was just really off, but Athena did everything she could do to make things great on her end with her signature flashy moves and crazy selling. But yeah, she definitely deserves another match to showcase how great she is. On WWE SmackDown, he had 2 singles matches, starting with Lacey Evans' return match against Xia Li for the Money in the Bank qualification. I don't know, because the sassy lady character was just so pungent and strong. This new, like, I might not be better than Xia, I just want this opportunity. This motivational speaker Lacey Evans just doesn't work with me yet, ma'am. I need to warm up to this. And WWE is totally gonna make this WWW into a thing. Wake up, work, and win, bitch. They're gonna make a motivational t-shirt out of it. I know that this is all based on Lacey's real life story, but for some reason this does not feel authentic. Maybe I just need to warm up to this. This match was a battle of 2 cultural stereotypes, which I thought was kind of funny. The match was pretty short and simple. Xia Li got a couple of moves in that looked really intense, but this match was all about Lacey showing off her moves. Her uppercut looked really great, Bronco Buster not so much, but she ended this match with the huge out of nowhere women's right, qualifying as the first participant of the Money in the Bank match, and it seems like Xia Li was actually hurt after the match based on some of the fan videos. I feel really bad for Xia, because when she initially came into SmackDown with the protector gimmick, it seemed like they're gonna push her with the great graphic, with a name tag and everything. But anyway, this match was good.
Good, not bad.
Next, we saw Ronda Rousey cut a promo. Creative is at it again to sabotage Ronda, giving her the mic, but thankfully it was pretty short, and it seems like we moved from armbar versus figure 8 to armbar versus sharpshooter. Shotzi then interrupts.
Shut up!
Shotzi is just so freaking good. And here she challenges Ronda Rousey for a match, and I swear 100% Athena got to Ronda.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
Title Shotzi, you're on skis.
This all needs to stop. Needs to stop! This was another match I thought was going to end up in a squash, but Shotzi looked incredible in this match. To my surprise, Shotzi actually dominated Ronda in a big chunk of the match, and she looked damn good doing it. I mean, I was drunk watching this last night, yes, but like so many moments gave me oohs and ahs. That kick to side of Ronda's face and the tornado DDT to outside were so glorious. And Ronda also looked really good with that classic comeback spot. I loved it when she looked furious when Shotzi was just slapping the heck out of her, and her new move, the baddest slam, I did like that too. And she ends the match with Piper's Pit followed by an armbar. This was a really fun match, and yes, Ronda does not have that unstoppable force that she once had, but it seems like she's working well with all the women in the roster. From Raquel match to Shotzi match this week, she's delivering good matches, and I can't complain about that, so I'm satisfied. Post-match, we saw Natalya sneak attack Ronda Rousey and put her in a very long sharpshooter. By the way, both Ronda and Natty Maddie's eye makeups were intense. It seems like makeup team's gone unhinged for Pride Month, and I freaking love it. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's weekly review. Again, I'm so sorry the schedule's kind of off, but thank you for understanding. I'm gonna be honest.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
My schedule's like all over the place. I have a lot of events to cover, and I'm finishing up my Peacock documentary, which is due like in a couple of days. So hope you enjoyed this episode, because I thought this week was pretty good resting wise, so I didn't want to miss it. But if you want to find what crazy stuff I'm doing, please follow me on my Instagram at DSShin and ring the bell DS on Twitter, and I'll see you next week. Bye!